Welcome back to Northside LDN. God, I'm a big up to everyone that is locked in. Today we've got Casado linked to Arsenal, the Barcelona defensive midfielder. The article is said to say that Chelsea are the other team that are in the running for Casado's signature. Why would Casado pick Arsenal over Chelsea? Chelsea that have won everything in world football. Chelsea that the club moves serious, that they want to win major honours. Listen, this is being reported at the moment. Take it with a pinch of salt, but it's a very Arsenal manoeuvre to be in the market again for a DM. The 21-year-old has a €100 million release clause, but it's said that Barcelona would part with the player for 50 million. If Chelsea goes in for Casado, if he's an ambitious player, if he's in the game to win major honours, to win trophies, he picks Chelsea hands down. If he just wants whatever team's going to offer the most money, well, that's Arsenal's biggest selling point. Offering players wages that nobody else would put them on. Casado's a good player. He's not a bad player, 21 years old, but do we need a DM? Do we need a DM? I don't think we do need another DM. I really don't. We bought Norgard. We got Zubamendi. We got Declan Rice. This midfield is looking too static for me. It's looking very, very static. It's looking like we've got a bunch of players that can win back the ball, and once they got the ball, they don't know what to do with it. Declan Rice on the transition is absolutely horrendous. Very good at winning the ball back, which is his primary job, but he needs somebody to play in the pivot that can actually go forward, can transition, can create something from deep. He's limited in that aspect. Norgard the same, Zubamendi the same. So it just seems like we've got a team that, we're building a midfield that can win back the ball. But once they win back the ball, they need players around that do have those attributes to spark a counter attack, that can take on players, that are quick on the half turn, which Declan Rice is not. I don't understand where we'd go for Casado. How would you start? Because surely going in for Zubamendi, the money we're paying for Zubamendi, you got to start him. Declan Rice, we broke our transfer record for the Declan Rice. So just because of the fee alone, you have to start Declan Rice. Then you need to play Martin Odegaard because that's our number 10. This manager doesn't trust Ethan. Where's the space for Casado? I just don't really see it. People said that Norgard's going to be the backup to Declan Rice. I just don't see where we bring in another DM. But listen, I wouldn't put it past this club. I mean, this is the same club that have identified Madueke as the winger that we need. So I wouldn't put it past them to be thinking like this. But I'm sorry, it's the wrong move. It's the wrong move. 50 million is still, I don't care. This is not the player that we need. We need a deep line playmaker that can create and somebody that's going to create counter-attacks to help get the ball to Gyökeres. That seems like we've already got Gyökeres over the line. So I just don't understand. Well, I do understand. I just feel like Mikel's he's a bit of a coward. I feel like he's always prioritizing defensive midfielders, defenders, defensive midfielders, defenders, defensive midfielders, defenders. I feel like those are the players that we're constantly utilizing and using all our transfer fee on. And I feel like that's ridiculous. I think it's absolutely ridiculous because there's no point having a striker up there when you have very few players that can create anything for him. You've got Odegaard in the right situations, can create for Gyökeres, but there's games that we know that he's not going to create anything. He's coming off of 2 seasons where he's been arguably one of our worst players, if not our worst player, and is our captain. You've got Saka that can create. Who else is going to consistently create for Gyökeres? Strikers need service. And without service, you take away a lot of their game. So I don't really see it. I don't really see how getting another defensive midfielder is our priority, especially when we need another centre back, especially when we need another left back. These are positions that we need. We are in massive trouble if anything happens, if we get an injury or multiple injuries in those positions. So I just don't really understand it. I don't understand the way this team is being built. I really don't. I just feel like it's very. Yes, you can defend for your life. You can defend, but goals win games. And I just don't see where the creativity to create those opportunities to score goals are going to come from on a consistent basis. We didn't have loads and loads of draws last season, but even a handful of draws was enough for us to comfortably not win the league. So you need to score goals. Cool, we got Gyökeres, but you need to be churning out opportunities. A lot of times last season, especially towards the end of the season, we're getting into the half. We're getting into the opposition box and just passing it sideways, backwards, sideways, edge of the opposition box, backwards, sideways, struggling to break down teams, struggling with creativity, struggling with any individual that can flip a game on its head and create something out of nothing. We were struggling at that point. And I don't see where we're addressing that completely. I feel like we're doing a half-assed job in getting Gyökeres and not going out there getting a Neze or getting an Mbeumo or getting a Lookman. I just feel like we're not fully strengthening that attack properly the way it needs to be. And I just feel like the imbalance is going to this safety first approach. We're going to get unstuck. We're going to come unstuck. We're going to come unstuck against teams that are going to be very well drilled. They're going to defend very well. And we're going to end up getting more draws. And too many draws, it's done. It's done. Like I said, we didn't even get that many draws this season, but it was enough to not win the league comfortably. So I don't understand, when we're struggling to break down teams, who do we bring off the bench to play Zubimendi if he starts and give us that creativity? If Odegaard ain't performing, who do we bring on? Cool, we bring on Ethan. But most of the time he's brought on Ethan. If we go off last season, he brought off Ethan off the bench with 10 minutes to go. Ethan ain't going to change games with 10 minutes to go every week in, week out. It's not enough of a platform for him to reach the level. And let's be real, it shouldn't be on Ethan, really and truly. Someone that's only had 1 year of the men's game to get us over the line. So I honestly don't understand the thinking at Arsenal behind, building an attack that is complete and a midfield that is complete. I said this last season. The bench that we had last season with Jorginho's, Calafioris, I'm saying, all these kind of players. I said this bench is more built to hold a lead than to get back into a game and score goals. And now I feel like we're still making that same mistake. Still way too many defensive players being brought into this club and not enough creative players. Where's the Santi Cazorlas? Where's the Fabregases? Where is the, Halebs? Where's the Alex Song of this team? Where's the Diabys of this team? Where are these players that had that flair, that creativity, that spark? I don't see them here. I don't see them. And we're just missing opportunities to go out there and buy these kind of players by wasting our money on defensive players. I really don't get it. Yes, you have to shore up the team defensively, but you also have to create enough, to put enough creative players to create chances. You look at PSG and they've got an amazing balance of that. They've got Jean Neves that can defend, but can also pick a pass, can also, help the team on the counter attack. Vitinha can drop back, defend, but he can also dictate a midfield, can also transition and go forward. You've got Fabian Ruiz that can also do the defensive duties, but can also create opportunities, can also score goals in the final third. There's a lot of balance in that midfield. Technically, all those players are do very well under pressure. In general, I just don't see it with Arsenal. I really don't see it when it comes to Arsenal. And when people talk about all this physicality, well, I tell you what, the way that Chelsea played in the Club World Cup, I've not seen this midfield, even when we had Partey, Rice, all these players, I'm saying I don't see them playing this with the same intensity that I saw Chelsea play up against PSG. The dark arts, getting yellow cards, stopping PSG's momentum, stopping their, cutting their passing lanes, pressing and pressing. We didn't do that. We were never even in the draw when we came up against PSG. So even if we're going down this, we've got these players that can defend, and are we going to set up? Are we going to be set up to press? Are we going to be set up to win the ball? Are we going to be set up to stifle the opposition? I just don't see it, man. I just don't see it. I don't see it. Are we buying Casado to play right back like we did with Partey? You never know with this manager. Like, there's so many things to question when it comes to this manager. It's too hard to just believe on what he's doing, because it just, everything seems incomplete. A couple of years ago, when we was playing attacking football, we didn't go out and buy a striker. Now that we're playing defensive football, we're now going out getting a striker, but then we're not bringing any creativity. We just keep bringing defensive players. I just don't get it. Honestly. Sorry. This club bores me. Sorry. This club absolutely bores me to death. And this is the result. It's just boring. It's the same old crap. It's stuff that we've done that doesn't work, that we're repeating again to try and make ourselves feel better. But in real reality, we know how this ends. And how it ends is we're going to come unstuck. We're going to go up against a team that we can't break down. Gyökeres is going to be isolated. Saka's going to be isolated. Odegaard's going to be pressed out of the game. Like, until I see the right signings, this is going to be the reality. Because we need a lot of signing. Arsenal fans love to make it so simple. Oh, we need one sign. We just need a striker. No, we don't just need a striker. We don't just need a striker. We need some creative players and some players that can also score goals as well. We need a number 10. We need a left winger. We need a deep line playmaker alongside getting a centre back and a left back. But are we going to go out there and do the business? Sorry, but I don't have the faith. I don't have the faith. Sell some players, see if we can get some money in. But then again, every time we have money, look at the way we spent it. Calafiori and Moreno are players that we bought in. Is Moreno starting over Norgard? Probably not. Is he starting over Zubamendi? No, he's not. So what was the point in getting Moreno? He's not going to start over Gyökeres. So why did we spend money in Moreno? A player that we got in not that long ago is now going to comfortably hold bench. Calafiori, is he going to start? No, but we spent money on him. So he's going to hold bench as well. Skelly takes his place. He doesn't get into the team. And if Skelly's injured, Timber gets into the squad. So Calafiori, there's no route for him to get back into the team based on performances. These are two players that we spent money on. And what are we going to get out of them? They comfortably hold bench. Again, we're talking about fixing the bench, but we bought players previously that comfortably hold the bench. And I'm supposed to be, I don't get it. I don't get it. But listen, make sure you're liking and subscribing, hitting the bell notification, all that good stuff. And yeah, welcome to Arsenal Football Club, the most infuriating, frustrating club in world football. Casado, good player, but is not what we need right now. Let's just be completely honest. We already spent money on Norgard and Zubamendi. We need other areas to be addressed. Let me know in the comments you lot's thoughts. I'm out for